But we need people that would say, thus says the Lord. People do not know anything, but they are depending on God to know everything that is needed for this nation and for this particular generation. I take this time to even caution people that have no spiritual eye that can discern that there is a paradigm shift. There's something happening to change the perception and the ministry or ministration of the church, which now carries the church under the constitution, which comes as a religion, and now the church as the bride for Christ, which now comes as the ecclesia. Why? The Lord is preparing this nation for the end time grace, and the enemy is mad, totally mad, about how he can snatch the destiny of our nation. When I was praying, the Lord put into my understanding and knowledge that He has not forgotten us. He has not forgotten us. This nation is still in the mind of God. And there are people that He is coming to bring down, as I said, even last year, this year beginning and all that, through many ways. And there's something that has come into my knowledge this week as I have been praying, that we should expect a lot of noise and scandals. Yeah, scandals. There will be scandals that are almost unveiling in the near future. Scandals that will make people uneasy. Scandals that will make people know what they have never known. And there are people that have been so much high in matters of influence, because one thing that is a danger in our nation is that the church has moved from depending on God for knowledge, but they are using their naked eyes to judge matters. Influence today can be history tomorrow. I promise you. I promise you. I'm not afraid anyway, because I speak the mind of God. And I know some pastors, some people, some great people may differ with me, but it's good to be differed with than to be differed with by the Lord who has sent me. That you also need to understand, some people are dedicated for a mission, because as I said some days ago, that the Jezebel spirit has been operating in this nation, and the Jezebel spirit. The Jezebel spirit does not recognize true prophets. The Jezebel spirit recognizes the prophets that have compromised, because anyone who has compromised will always be operating at the mercy of the enemy. The Jezebel spirit will also increase the lust and greed. The Jezebel spirit will also sacrifice people's lives. That is what has been happening in our nation. But God is coming. I have been hearing that some prophets that had said, this government will die out before the end of April. And I dared them, because I believe in hearing from God, not from familiar spirits. One thing people need to understand is that our wishes do not change the will and the mind of God. If we wish somebody to die, that one does not mean that now God will confine to your wishes, to your murmurs. Not at all. Why? He has a mission, he has an agenda for our nation. If our nation is under political injustice, that does not change the mind of God of our nation, and that does not mean now we are there to execute the matters on behalf of God as a prophet. That is why I will still say again, I have not seen the president of this Republic of Kenya die, as other prophets are saying. Yes, I have seen what would be coming or will become of him, but I have not seen him die. That one, as Jayon, I have not seen it. So those prophets, they need to go back again and come. And if I have ever brought to you anything that is of lies, just say this day or this day. I know at this particular time, people are fighting to see how, they can groom their own. But deep in me, I hear and I see. The Lord also is grooming what He has prepared for the future. Listen. Wait for the noise. In June, it will be a beginning of yet another dimension. Yes, it will be a beginning of yet another dimension. But now I am speaking this to prepare you for the prayer that we need to pray. There is somebody that people have elevated so much. Yeah, they have elevated him so much because he carries the picture of their desires. He carries the picture of their desires. Yet they have turned away from God. They have turned away from God. But the Lord has rejected him. The Lord has rejected him quite ahead of time. He will not see the greatness ahead. And I see him becoming weaker in some months to come. The Lord will allow even the systems to make him weak. Why? He is not the choice of God. He is not the choice of God. There's a better future the Lord is preparing for this nation. There's a better future the Lord is preparing for the church in this nation. There's a better future because, yes, bitterness is in the heart of the man. Bitterness is in the heart of the man. Vengeance is in the heart of the man. And also, apostasy is in the heart of the man. It's in the heart of the man. It's in the heart of the man. It's not God's choice. It's only the plan of God. Because in him, there is an altar and also another altar fighting against his destiny. That region will understand what I said early last year. That I see a shaking. I also see it even today, that great shaking. And also the cleaning. The cleaning. The reason as to why I pity these people is because cursed is the man, cursed is the nation or region or people that will put their trust upon any other man. But them that have got open mind, they will see that God can prepare the zero to be heroes. So those who have raised themselves and they have been raised by men, God will scatter them, scatter them, scatter them. Because of their gods, they will be scattered even the more. And their so-called kingpins, they'll be shaken and they'll be silenced. Because bitterness, apostasy, vengeance, and also they are not the choice of God. He may seem to be humble and having a lot of truth, but it's bitterness quoted in the words of truth. But the word that is true says no. And that is how now the feminine voice will come in the later months. Pride of the people of the region, apostasy, selfishness, pride, and apostasy will cost that region the voice of God and the Rhema voice and the Kairos moment. I know what I'm saying. But because of the mercy of God, because of the mercy of God, the Lord is ready to hear. Let me also say something towards the lower of the east. You may work too much to achieve, but your power was taken. Your power was taken. In the principalities and the princes of the land, there you traded your power. Yes, you submitted against the will of God, and your power was taken, operating through somebody else. Some people say that destiny cannot be stolen. Yes, yours was stolen. You went under, and you missed the gate, and you have paid the cost. And if you misunderstand what the Lord is doing, because you were called for a reason in matters pertaining the destiny of the nation, as far as the will and the direction of God is concerned, then you are taken by one of the princes, and he told you to face a certain direction. There you traded your community, your people, and your ability. My prayer is that you understand your Kairos moment and the Rema word for you. Because if you miss this time, the gate, then it's a done deal. And as I call it a day and as I wrap it up, the yoke will be broken and the land will see the light. Yes, Kenya, you are beloved of God. You will lose some that you treasure, but they will be under the soil by the time we come to say, this is the time to elect. In matters pertaining elections, it will be very interesting. So interesting that, yes, the election is there, but is it there? Yes, because as we continue, it will be a dispensation for a deeper dimension for this nation. Who will be the next president? Tune in. Let's work together. A lot is coming to happen. But the Lord is King. And the grace will shalom, peace of God keep winning.